welcome back to another episode of Navigating Wellness. Now, many of you may be aware of this quotation that says, you are the average of the 5 people that you end up spending the most time with. And this isn't just some catchy quotation. There's actually a lot of truth that is embedded within this statement because it ends up shaping your very reality as well as the quality of life that you live. In the spiritual context, there's this concept of vibration, that as your vibration changes, generally you'll start to notice there'll be a change in the people that are in your life. You may lose friends that no longer resonate with your new vibration. You may attract new people, new friends, relationships into your life that are more resonant with your new vibration. And there's also this concept of as above, so below. So if you intentionally go out and you change the people that you surround yourself with, that vibration will start to rub off on you and you will experience a different reality. Now, this concept, when it comes to health, can have a profound impact on your health. What I've noticed from personal experience is whenever I surround myself with people who don't value their health, who make poor health choices, who don't have health as their priority, who are oblivious of the toxic nature of mainstream reality, mainstream diets, that's when you start to notice it's easier to normalize these unhealthy habits. When you surround yourself with people that are just constantly complaining or settling for less than the best, it becomes easier to rationalize slipping back into old patterns. It's just that one more cheat meal that ends up becoming all the time. And before you realize it, you're off your path. And not because you suddenly lost your willpower, but because the energy around you is essentially slowly wearing you down. And that is why it's so important to start to seek out the people who do value their health, who do prioritize health and wellness, and have a better understanding of the toxic nature of our mainstream surroundings. And by surrounding ourselves with these people, we ensure that we are more consistent in our practice. It's much more difficult to then give up on your health goals. It's much more challenging then to crave into that one cheat meal, because the people around you are constantly ensuring that they're consuming food of high vibration, of really sound health. And that is when we end up changing our health, because we are putting ourselves in an environment that is conducive to our well-being. And that is something that is so important and something that we need to start to recognize. The more you're surrounding yourself with people who are making these poor health choices, it's actually you that end up suffering. Now, I'm not saying you need to discard the people that's around you. However, it's something you need to be more mindful of. If you're not in a position to start changing the people around you, then perhaps your best resource is for you to become the change that you want to see in others, and for you to take on the leadership role in setting the example and inspiring others then to make similar good choices when it comes to their health, when it comes to understanding the toxic nature of mainstream reality and mainstream products that people are consuming, and the environments that we surround ourselves as well. So this is something that is also important, even if you're living alone, because even when you live alone, you need to be very mindful of your own company that you're keeping. What is that inner voice that you are constantly feeding yourself? Is it a positive voice or is it a negative voice? Is it encouraging you to go on, to keep on your path, to stick to healthier habits, or is it discouraging you or tempting you into these unhealthy practices? And this is something that is so vitally important whenever we take on this path of going on a healing journey or trying to improve our health. By changing our surroundings, by changing the people we interact with, by being more mindful of that voice in your mind and what it is narrating to you, can have a profound effect. So yes, this may be a very short video. However, this is something that can have a profound effect on your healing journey. Start to surround yourself with people who are more positive, encouraging, and vibrant, and your overall quality of life starts to change. People that inspire you to be a better version of yourself. And all these subtle changes can start to improve your overall quality of life. Sometimes it may not be possible because you're living on your own or you spend majority of the time on your own. In that instance, start to become more mindful of that voice in your head. Start to become more mindful of the self-criticism and start to change that. It's not easy, but by becoming aware of it, we can start that process of going down that path of making that transition to a better quality of life. As always, I hope this video has been helpful and I hope to see you in my next video.